Once upon a time, in a land where wishes whispered on the wind, a beautiful story was born. In the golden city of Agrabah, where sandstone towers caught the sunrise and the desert winds carried secrets older than time, love was never meant to bloom between a street boy and a princess. Yet fate, mischievous and bold, had other plans. Aladdin had grown up beneath the open sky, learning early that survival required quick hands, quicker feet, and an even quicker smile. The marketplace was his world, alive with color, noise, and opportunity. He knew every alley, every rooftop, every guard's blind spot. But despite his charm and cleverness, he carried a quiet longing in his heart, a wish to be seen as more than just a thief. Above him, behind palace walls carved from marble and guarded by tradition, lived Princess Jasmine. Jasmine was no fragile jewel locked away for display. She was sharp-minded, fiercely curious, and deeply aware of the weight of her crown. While her father ruled with kindness, the rules of the kingdom pressed in on her from every side. She was expected to marry for duty, not love, to smile politely and accept a future chosen for her. At night, Jasmine would stand on her balcony, watching the city lights flicker like stars fallen to earth. Somewhere out there, she believed, was a life that felt real. Neither of them knew that destiny was already weaving their paths together. It happened on a night filled with music and celebration. Lanterns floated through the air as Agrabah celebrated the Festival of Moons, a rare event said to bring clarity to lost hearts. Jasmine, cloaked and unseen, slipped past the palace gates. For the first time, she walked among her people not as a symbol, but as herself. She laughed freely, tasted street food, and listened to stories told by wandering performers. That was when she met Aladdin. She had been admiring a wooden carving when a merchant accused her of stealing. Before she could speak, Aladdin stepped in, spinning a tale so convincing that even the merchant laughed. In seconds, the two were walking away together, breathless and amused. "You're terrible at pretending," Aladdin teased. "And you're far too confident for someone who nearly got arrested," Jasmine replied. They wandered the city, trading stories beneath glowing lights. Jasmine was drawn to Aladdin's honesty, the way he spoke of dreams without shame. Aladdin, in turn, was struck by her curiosity and kindness, so different from anyone he had ever known. On a rooftop overlooking Agrabah, they paused. The city stretched endlessly before them. "I've never seen it like this," Jasmine whispered. "Funny," Aladdin said softly. "I've lived here my whole life, and I feel like I'm seeing it for the first time too." For one perfect moment, the world held its breath. Then the guards came. In the chaos that followed, Jasmine disappeared back into the palace, leaving Aladdin with nothing but her laughter echoing in his ears, and the feeling that his life had just changed forever. When Aladdin discovered who Jasmine truly was, the truth hit him harder than any fall from the rooftops. A princess, untouchable, living in a world where someone like him didn't belong. Still, fate wasn't finished. Deep within the desert, buried beneath shifting sands, slept an ancient magic, one that responded not to power, but to potential.
Look at this
When
beautiful
Aladdin found
night.
himself drawn
It's
there
like
by
we're part of
forces
a
he didn't
dream.
understand, he awakened a genie,
Look at this
ancient and
beautiful
unpredictable,
night. It's
bound
like
to
we're
grant
part of a
wishes but
dream.
wiser than he appeared. "You want to be worthy of her," the genie said, reading Aladdin's heart with ease. "But pretending won't make it true." Given the chance to become something more, Aladdin made a choice that would change everything. He returned to Agrabah transformed, not just in appearance, but in confidence. He walked into the palace as a man of mystery, hiding the truth behind silk and gold. Jasmine recognized him instantly, not by his clothes, but by his eyes. And that hurt more than she expected. "You trusted me once," she said quietly. "Why not now?" Aladdin struggled between fear and honesty, between the boy he was and the man he wanted to be. Their love grew in the space between those truths, tender, complicated, and fragile. As their bond deepened, shadows gathered over Agrabah. Ambition and greed threatened the peace of the kingdom, and magic alone would not be enough to save it. When danger finally struck, Aladdin faced a choice greater than any wish: protect the kingdom by holding on to power, or give it up and stand as himself. He chose honesty. Aladdin revealed everything: his past, his fears, his lies. He expected rejection. Instead, Jasmine stepped forward. Agrabah doesn't need perfection, she declared. It needs courage. Together, they stood against the darkness, not as prince and princess, but as equals. When the dust settled and the sun rose over the city, Agrabah was changed, not because of magic, but because love had challenged tradition and won. Aladdin returned the magic that had once lifted him beyond himself, freeing the genie and embracing a future built on truth. Jasmine rewrote the laws of the kingdom, opening doors that had long been sealed by fear. And in the quiet moments, on rooftops, in gardens, beneath the same stars that had watched them meet, Aladdin and Jasmine found something greater than destiny. They found choice. Love, after all, was not about wishes. It was about daring to reach for the impossible, and discovering it had been within you all along.